The Sand King coming out.
Well,
All right.
Well. Alrighty, one of my favorites here, Jonathan. Malrine going to play the mid Sand King for his side. Lorinov is indeed playing the mid Keeper of the Light, so you were right with that prediction. Q is going to take the pos for Tiny.
Can take a look at the other lanes up top. So we are sneaking a peek here on Crit. Crit is hanging around on Snapfire along with Amar on his Doom up against Kingslayer and Ollie on the Gyrocopter, and Io is snaking die spot.
He certainly does. Skidder now actually in danger as well on the Sven. Chase is continuing from Q and Jabs, but eventually they do give up. They are not willing to dive Tier 1 towers quite yet, but already a very nice start as they do find that Pos 5 Phoenix. Stinger is just such a busted ability in the right hands as Lorinov will continue to struggle here in the mid lane up against Malrine's SK and does get caught by a burrow into the Stinger and he's dead. It's props to Malrine. He's done a fantastic job on the mid Sand King as top lane. Crit going to be chased down here by Kingslayer. Crit does eat a Healing Lotus, but it won't matter. Kingslayer does secure, as now ATF also to be chased down, but does manage to walk by his Tier 1 tower. Looking for an Avalanche Toss combo. Here comes Kingslayer. Skidder, no idea they're coming. And the Avalanche and the Toss combination, they will secure the Sven's life. A very nice setup by Q. Those kind of plays, they're going to be very important for a team like Aurora in this game one. Just setting up those early kills as we are going to go in with Malrine bottom lane onto Jabs. Jabs dropping low, eats a Healing Lotus for now, but still in massive trouble as he does go down to Malrine. Kingslayer still fighting with Crit, trying to get the Snapfire down. Does find one as now Malrine moving back in. Does find Kingslayer almost, but not quite. The Gyrocopter will barely survive with his life intact. As Malrine continuing to run, almost dead, but not quite yet. Jukes out the Illuminate and actually makes it out.
Yeah, it's massive for the side of Falcons. Or really need that kill, although they're still gunning for more.
Yeah, snaking, I'm not sure about this one. Does get caught, Jabs to secure the kill on the Enigma. Again, could be in a bit of danger. Q's having a look around, but no, mid lane. Ollie does go down on the IO, but Crit now being chased by Jabs, and Lorinov should be going down to boot. Be a direct support trade here between both sides.
Which is still useful, but that threat is gone.
Getting caught by a black hole by Jabs. Jabs with the zero hesitation black hole onto the Pos 5 Phoenix. Just wants an easy kill and does secure it. They are wrapping. Jabs, he'll barely avoid them for now. Instead, bottom lane, Skidder does get caught by an avalanche, but the toss is out as well. Q setting up on Skidder. Skidder's got some help coming in from the backside. Here comes the Epi and the Burrow strike. Malrine landing on two. He found Kingslayer with it to boot. And they'll take down Jabs on top. A triple kill for Malrine, as it might just be an Ultra in a second. Q also caught. No chance of survival. There's an Ultra for Malrine. They've even got a haste on Malrine, so he can really close the gap quite nicely. And they're going to find Lorinov. That's a great target. Find the Keeper of the Light. Lorinov will go down. This mid-coddle, he just doesn't have the momentum. Crit, he's not the biggest kill in the world, but they'll just take whatever they can. That being said, Crit is actually casually walking out for now, as Q will break the gap with the Avalanche, and eventually Crit will drop. Top lane.
They're looking.
They're trying to look for Malrine, but he's easily just TP back towards his team. They'll group up in the mid lane. They might force a fight. If anyone's there, I mean, at the very least, the IO is coming back, and, well, Ollie will just have to accept that he is going to die. As of all people, Snaking will take the kill on the Phoenix. You do see Kingslayer top lane ready to defend that top tier 2 tower, but ATF, he looks like he wants to jump in with the Blink and the Doom, and Malrine, he's sneaking up from the backside. They'll find Kingslayer. And by the time he realized they were coming, he tries for the TP out, but it's all too late. They'll go through the twin gates down towards the bottom lane. A smoke on smoke scenario now though. Aurora seem to want to try and force a fight. Jabs though may get caught first. He's been spotted. The smoke is broken. The stun is out. But here comes Kingslayer. They're on a Skidder. They've got the Sven locked down. Maybe they've got him. Skidder, he'll lose his first life. Meanwhile, ATF, he does go down. He got the Doom off onto Jabs, but he does lose his life for it. So a 1-for-1 trade. A 2-for-1 if you count the Aegis going down for Skidder. Into the triangle they'll go. Kingslayer gets spotted. BKB is up immediately though, so Malrine's Burrow Strike does nothing. It's Falcons, they will retreat. BKB forced out from the Gyrocopter though is going to feel pretty damn good, because now you can go for another team fight, and they are trying. ATF trying to go onto Q. Q able to blink out on the Tiny though, is going to be fine for now as Falcons trying to find it, but he TP's out. Getting caught top lane, Jabs, he'll pop the black hole. There is no hesitation. It's a great pickup if they can secure it, and they will. The ATF even pump faking the Doom at the last second, but obviously was not intending on throwing it out. Maybe snaking, but he will Icarus dive out of it. Q's going to look for a toss. Egg is forced out. Snaking going to try and make it as hard as humanly possible, but he is going to go down.
Something that they will have to be very disciplined about here.
Q's going to find Crit, but the Avalanche doesn't really land as Crit able to get the 4-staff away. Now Maureen looking to move in onto Q with the epicenter. Does land it immediately as there's going to be a relocate in onto Maureen, but they're right into Skitter. Oh no, not like this. Black hole, it's committed. Maybe they at least find the Sven, but he's still got the Aegis up.
What?
That's a panic relocate if I've ever seen one. I don't know what it is, Jonathan. It was something.
I mean,
the Falcons, they will happily accept the gift that was just provided to them by Aurora.
Yeah, they could just go high ground now. No threat, no black hole. They know the utility from Aurora is all gone. Amar is just going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Lorenov looking very gone as well, as Crit is able to secure the kill on the Snapfire, and they might dive the high ground here. Lorenov, he's got no idea they're coming. Smoke broken. Maureen, he finds a great target. Hugh could not help out. There's nothing the Tiny could do. And suddenly Aurora, they're down a mid-coddle, and it's back to defending this mid lane.
Falcons looking for a flank out with a smoke. This could be big. If Aurora caught off guard.
Oh, Lorenov. That's the target you don't want to see going down that quickly. But there goes your mid-keeper again, as now Crit with the kisses out, trying to get some vision and slow some heroes. Maureen, he's going to spot Kingslayer. Bro strike forward, out of range. Kingslayer forced to BKB, just TP away, but the Doom is out. No, it won't matter. ATF. Maybe a bit of a... What do you call that, Jonathan? The muscle memory. Muscle memory, I think it was from ATF.
And it is. Doesn't quite interrupt, so Kingslayer's free to go. He's going to be happy to bail out. That does cost him BKB once more.
And it might cost Jabs. The Jabs able to BKB and just walk away. Q going to jump in with a toss back onto the Phoenix. They caught snaking for a second, but he's still going to be fine. Instead they'll try for Maureen, but he's going to cheese up. He'll move right back in. The tier 4 towers, no problem for Maureen. It's the epicenter, going to slow everybody up. Kingslayer trying to run, but he has been taken down by Skitter as Jabs. Jabs, what are we waiting for with this black hole, sir? There it is. He gets it. The 4-man, but there's no follow-up to it. It's literally the Fountain versus Falcons. And Falcons, I think, have won. They will walk away.
It feels near impossible. Now you're depending on Q maybe jumping in, getting a good toss back, as we've seen a couple of times, but...
Oh, here we go. Why jump in and toss if you're the one just getting annihilated by Falcons? No toss necessary. We'll blink in this time around. Buyback from Q. Aurora, they're going to try and slow this down as best as they possibly can, but again, without the black hole being up, it's pretty hard. They'll toss back Skitter into the tier 4 towers. You've also got Kingslayer buying back here. He'll TP into the racks. He'll try and chase down Falcons, but they're all running. They're all fine for now. Nobody's been caught. Oh, they're caught. They have found Snaking first. Snaking, though, alive for now as Maureen jumping in with the Burrow Strike and the double stop from Skitter. Q is gone. Kingslayer to go down. No chance of survival. They've even duped up Jabs, and that'll be GG. Game 1 to go the way of Falcons. And that'll be already a much, much better day than yesterday. As you see the smiles here on the faces of Falcons. They've got that first win off the borders. Maureen says Thompson at the end. I'm not sure why.
Batrider is coming out from Falcons. And that is going to be, it looks like the Maureen Batrider instead.
Yeah.
Unless they do something crazy like a mid-Jakiro, but I don't think they're that nuts.
No, I
Not yet.
doubt it. Falcons actually watching this all with a ward, so they know exactly where Aurora are. Top side, they are jumping in on Skitter. Skitter being slowed up by the Blood Grenade of Q. Whirling Death's coming in from Jabs, going to make life a little bit harder for Skitter, but no. Jabs holds on to the mana for now. The Skitter dropping extremely low off the lift back from Q. And Skitter barely able to get away with his life intact. Just barely.
Aggressive plays aren't really something you're fully looking for here on Aurora. You are playing pretty defensively on Crit as well. Just looking to try to snipe some couriers, maybe drag a creep wave back, gain some EXP. Going to be a little bit slower in that sense for Falcons as well, but again, the kill threat for Kingslayer, not as clear-cut up against the Mars.
Top lane, bit of a chase on now. Skidder in a lot of danger, is going to be able to barely walk away. We live in a world now where Batrider apparently pushes towers. Ollie being pushed around, oh and he is he's gone. That's a lot of damage. Getting caught by Lasso. Is going to die, and sadly the Black Grimoire does not get updated with his own death. So that book is not getting any bigger as time goes on.
I mean, you kind of want to get a tempo start on Jabs. Unfortunately, he gets bopped.
Yeah, I mean, Jabs trying for a TP play out, but the immediate ice path from Snaking going to just cancel that off, as now the Macropie and the Arena dropped right onto the head of Jabs. The Jabs just throws the casual chains out, but is going nowhere.
You are stalling, you are farming, but there's so much more space for Falcons as they jump.
Savage caught out mid lane, and he is gone. Lorinov going to jump in. He'll try for crit. Ice Path going to block everyone else off, though. It's a very awkward kind of path in for Aurora. Up the staircase, but they're going to lose Lorinov. It's just so forced.
Has the lasso ready.
Jump is out. They have caught themselves a Warlock. He still only has one charge of the Black Grimoire, by the way. So, but they are going to see Snaking in the mid lane. So they could go for the jump in, and they're going to try. But Snaking does have help around the corner if he needs it. But they let him die. Instead, Malrine jumping in. But Jabs, he's got a BKB up. So no lasso to come from Malrine quite yet. Stormhammer, though, going to land onto Jabs. And with the Arena out, Jabs is going nowhere. So you accept your Jakiro kill, but he was underneath vision. ATF, he'll take the Watcher, but he gets caught by an Avalanche toss combination. He'll drop the Arena, but he's gone. That's the kind of pickoff Aurora have been looking for. Was thinking about a Blink initiation. Decides better of it. Takes the Arcane Rune, but now Lorinov, he's going to toss back onto the Batrider. Marine, though, he gets his BKB off in time, and now the double lasso is out, dragging back to Lorinov and Kingslayer. There's still going to be fight for now. There was no follow-up to it, but here comes Skidder. He's onto the Tiny. Lorinov is gone. That's one way to start the fight. It's Jabs trying to rip apart another, but it seems as though Jabs is the one to fall, as they will secure a double kill onto Skidder. Looking for more. ATF going to find Ollie now, the Warlock, and Ollie is going to drop a triple kill for Skidder. And sadly, Jonathan, nothing will come for Aurora. They get literally 0 kills out of that.
The game can even out, but that's a lot of big ifs.
Oh, ATF, he's already jumped in. They broke the smoke of Lorinov. Marine looking for a lasso. Not going to throw one onto Jabs yet, though. Jabs popping his BKB, needs to run, but the lasso is now out. They caught the Timber. Skidder making very short work of him. And Falcons, they just want more. More kills to come. Aurora, they will retreat, but Skidder's looking to move right in onto Lorinov, and Lorinov, well, they do at least get the stolen lasso here from Q, but it's not going to matter. Kingslayer in trouble, Arena is down, at least the BKBs do allow them to get away, but Malrine's chasing into the base now. He really wants that Tiny, and he's got him. Lorinov, he's gone, and so is Kingslayer by the looks of it, trying to get back towards the fountain. He'll barely make it out. Oh my, I mean, they're just diving and past the tier 3 towers, John. They'll be fine to get to the other side of the map, though. Aurora, they have smoke. They are trying to get there in time to contest this Roshan. Scan is going to give the information they require, but Roshan's still going down very, very fast. They have really no time to react to this. They've got to go now. Jabs has jumped in, blinks in, tries to get one. Malrine is fine, but Crit does go down, but Jabs now in danger, does take the cheese away on the Timbersaw. Meanwhile, Snaking also dropping as Kingslayer, trying to find Malrine, does catch out the Batrider. 3 down for Falcons. A very chaotic kind of initiation here from Jabs, but it does pay off. So you've got no Gyrocopter BKB, which is a bit of a problem. As now they will jump one onto the Tiny. Lorinov trying to get away, but is set to go down. So ETF will take him out. Onto Jabs they'll go. Jabs chains back towards the base. He'll be okay for now, as the BKB will keep him safe. But Falcons, they are onto mid-tier 3 tower. Skidder will find it, no problem. They're going to try and defend here against the Sven. In fact, Skinner might go down, but no, the Satanic. It comes out in time. He'll reset up to max HP once again. Kingslayer is still rushing forward. He still wants the fight. Lorenov's going to buy back to boot. They desperately want some pickoffs here. They'll try for snaking with the toss back. They'll at least find a Jakiro, surely. And they will, but Lorenov, he might die back for this. He'll just pounce out of there for now, but Maureen's still chasing him down. Lorenov trying desperately to get out, but Maureen, he now gets a lasso. They've caught the gyrocopter. Kingslayer forced to fight this one out, but he's completely surrounded, completely outmatched, and completely dead.
Oh,
4 down for the price of nothing, as GG is called. Falcons will secure quite a convincing 2-0 victory over the side of Aurora. And well, for Aurora, John, back to the drawing board. They've got to figure something out.
That they do. Going back to the first pick, Gyrocopter again has not been working for Aurora in this series up against Falcons. It does feel like Falcons were very ready. They were ready for the Gyrocopter IO. They were ready for the Gyrocopter in general.